Well, this is my documentation for the 20 points um, kind of exercise challenge. I guess in a way, as I interpreted this assignment. Currently, I am outside. I actually wrote up a paper on this and kind of how I earned it, and it went into the theory over that. But instead of turning in a paper 7, I thought it'd be cool to, as my last little assignment, to do kind of a video blog, a vlog, if you will, of how that went. So you could see me, hi, Christian over here. This is really awkward holding the phone in the middle of nowhere. I'm actually heading over to buy some water because I don't trust the water in my apartment, but we shall see. So currently, it's kind of sporadic, so hoping this gets turned in on time too after I try to edit it. But this is me. So a little bit about the background behind the 5 activities that I decided to do. I think we're supposed to do 4, but I did 5 just in case. Internet's been a little iffy. Prequel to this, I was actually at the World Scout Jamboree in West Virginia working, and so trying to do assignments, trying to do all that stuff was very fun and interesting, just because, it wasn't something that I had a lot of time to do. I had access to internet, but I didn't have a lot of time to do, so I would skim over stuff and just hope that I got the gist of it, and then been catching up ever since I came back to Colorado. Let's go the other way because of the traffic. But yeah, so here are the 5 things that I did. The first one, the one that took me the most time, was the podcast. So we actually went ahead and I should say I did most of this. Some of the brainstorming happened with some of my mentors and peers, but I basically did a 4-part series focusing a lot about positive psychology. The most notable one within the podcast was making a to-be list instead of a to-do list. Lots of people tend to focus on what they need to do for the day. My whole goal was to focus on what I wanted to do for the future, and then my goal in the next week is actually make a vision board based off of those to-be lists. So we'll see how that works out. After that, I did a second, I wouldn't say the most challenging one, but the second one that really took a lot of effort from me, going outside of my comfort zone, was creating a dance party. So at the Jamboree, we actually had a DJ going, and the DJ ended up, not having a lot of people to dance with, or actually dancing on the floor. So me and a friend went out and started dancing, and then that kind of started a chain reaction, and other people started to join us, and we had the whole floor rolling and going on this dance party, which we did for about 2 hours, and then I escaped to do chapter 13 work. But it was really cool to see, that experience, and not only to go out and get some exercise, but also just the impact I had on not only the DJ, but also the staffers that were there, because we were stressed and overworked. So that was my second one. The third one I did was I read a book. So I really wanted to read How to Be a Boss. I read parts of it. I read part of the audiobook, or heard, I should say, part of the audiobook. But this time I was able to read the whole book, and I actually read it on August 3rd, on the day that we ended my main portion of the job. As a reward to myself, I gave myself 6 hours off magically, and I took the time to read the book. I did the exercises, and that really helped me understand who I am, what I wanted to do, and kind of next steps from there. So those were that was number 3. Number 4 was a little different. I was gonna do no screen for 24 hours. That didn't happen, just because of the work I did. Everything had to be done online, communication, especially at a world event. Translation was a big issue, so trying to figure that out was interesting. But I wasn't able to do it for 24 hours, so on the opposite side, I actually did kind of intentional acts of kindness instead of random acts of kindness. The whole jamboree was set up on the premise that, you're going to be helping out people as much as you can, and you're going to be putting a smile on your face and doing what you can. So outside of my job, or my description of the job, I also did, my goal is to do 3 of them a day, and I did at least 3 of them a day, if not more, ranging from little small tech stuff is what I called it, fixing phones, carrier issues, stuff like that, all the way to, I would say, the more serious stuff. So there was times where contingents, groups of people that come from other countries, ended up not having a way to get back to the airport after the jamboree ended. And so to fix that, I actually took time out of my day, usually at nights when I was supposed to be sleeping, but I said I wasn't. And instead of sleeping, I actually went ahead and helped them book, vans to get their kids from the jamboree to the airport. So that was kind of nice of me. They really needed the help, and I thought it was something that I could do for the challenge as well. So then that was number 4. The 5th one was to write letters to, I have a list of mentors, people that I want to say thank you to, that I haven't written letters to. The list is quite long. I think it's like 50 people now, and I wrote letters to half of them, so 25 letters I wrote. Kind of like the experience I've had with them, a thank you, and how much, their guide, their expertise meant to me. So that was kind of my 5 little challenges that I did. And I think that, all of them ended up being something that was very good for me in the end and helped me out a lot. So honestly, had a fun time, had a good day, had a good time doing that. And I think a lot of it stemmed from the personal goals. So something I wanted to do also for the 20 points challenge, but I ended up doing to push myself even more for the weekly challenges was take at least 10,000 steps a day. And I ended up doing a lot more than that at the jamboree. The max I got was 25,000 steps in a day. So loved it. It's awesome. I lost a ton of weight. And I'm hoping to continue that onward. So, side note, if you do want to listen to the podcast, we're actually posting it on the iTunes store. We're just waiting for approvals. If you want to hear a sneak peek of it, the actual full podcast, it is on SoundCloud. I can send you a link to it through the email. I try to upload it to this assignment as an audio file, but it wouldn't like it. So I'm sorry, but I can send you a link if you'd like. I think it's kind of cool. It ties in psychology, ties in what I want to do, and it gives a perspective of, how much I've learned and what I bring from this. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for a great semester, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye for now.